Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Sorry I haven't streamed in a while, I've been busy and tired because I've had a lot of stuff to do. Also, I had to get to this point. I was actually at a DLC where I was just doing some island hopping and leveling up. I did manage to get to level 13 from that. And one good thing I got for her is Palomar Strike, which will give me a dramatic increase in damage for my rapier. So that's good.
Friendship lasts forever.
But on to the quest. I know I misspelled my companions that the names that these quests will be based on. Not really good at that, and I'm a bit too lazy to look them up. Yeah, Camellia. This is her quest line, and Sosiel. I was closer with him.
Adventures are exciting.
I'll see about correcting the names later on, if I feel like it. But I just wanted to get this show on the road. Actually, no. What's going on here is Tyria, or what the heck her name is, told me that a crusader went missing, and she has a hunch that he's being about ready to be attacked by a murderer, because, well, prior to this there was a request on the board that said that a crusader went missing, and when we investigated we found out he was dead, and we were trying to investigate. And that's what she stopped us for. She said that another crusader went missing and we need to find out where he went before he gets murdered. Assuming that's what's going on. Clear here. Okay. What's going on here?
How lovely to see you here.
And it looks like Camellia, our companion, just killed someone. Well, to be fair, even though I don't like her, because she insults Ember, one of my favorite characters, I'll give her a chance to defend herself.
Socorus is an ancient land. The spirits of these places have spoken to people since time immemorial, and some of those people heard them and were able to respond. The shamans of Socorus were always held in high esteem. They knew the will of the spirits, the will of the land itself. Many Khelids would come to the shamans to learn what the spirits desired in order to gain their support.
That's what she is. She's a shaman. I'm not sure if she's from Socorus, but she's a shaman. Yeah, this is interesting, but it doesn't tell us why you killed that guy. So your time is running
You're
out.
not one for patience. You know, I've liked that about you right from the off. When the world wound opened and the demons poured into Galarian, they drowned Socorus in blood. The earth moaned as it soaked up the blood of Khelids, crusaders, and demons. The spirits drank this blood, slowly becoming deranged and turning into incarnations of madness and pain. Look what Sarkoris has turned into. It's an open wound on the body of Galarian. The world wound has changed it beyond all recognition. And the spirits, these poor creatures have been corrupted. Twisted by war, they moan and they howl, but only shamans can hear their senseless cries of agony. I am a shaman. Maria, the spirit I am bonded with, is mad and can speak of nothing but her endless hunger for blood. I give her what she asks for. I feed her the blood of crusaders. The spirits of Socorus can no longer speak to shamans. All I can hear is the cacophony of their howls, screams, and laments. But there is a way to restore their sanity. By performing rituals. Bloody but effective rituals. When the untainted blood of the Crusaders cleanses the corruption that Maria fed on for centuries, the spirit will regain her sanity and I shall be able to speak to her. I shall be able to ask her advice, to find out how we can heal the world wound. Tell me, isn't this knowledge worth a handful of lives?
Okay. This isn't your first or even your second victim, isn't it? How many have you killed?
Too few. Maria's hunger is still so great. Her pain cannot be soothed by a single victim. But success is within my grasp. I can feel it. It is even possible that today's victim will be the last.
Who is she, this Mahira of yours?
Forgive me, I forgot to make the introductions. This is Maria. Or rather, this is her home. Or her prison, to call a spade a spade.
Yeah. They talk about. So, you remember the amulet? I don't know if I ever showed you this back in the early game, but Camellia had an amulet that could not be removed and hit her alignment. And we're learning what that amulet is. It's the spirit that she talks to. One that's been telling her to kill people in order to restore her sanity. I don't know if that's how that works.
I caught this spirit a long time ago, and I tried for so long to speak with it. My little demented ball of rage. I felt compelled to bind it to this amulet, just temporarily, until I worked out how to help it. If I am to be fully honest, her name, Maria, is of my own devising. She is not yet able to speak to me, but I still needed a name to call her by.
Why do you think your method will
I
work?
do not think. I know. I sense things many people cannot. I can infer what the spirits want. For example, there is one spirit hanging over your left shoulder as we speak. It came to enjoy Morea's victim. Can you sense its hunger?
Okay, that's very creepy.
Spirits are akin to animals. You cannot bring a hungry dog to heel. You cannot stroke a hungry cat. To speak to a spirit, you must first feed it. It is not their fault that after so many years of torment, the only thing that can satisfy their hunger is blood. My ritual will work. I did not read about it in books or learn it from some wizened teacher. You could say that I invented it myself, with Morea's help. I just know that it will work, sooner or later. I can feel it.
What exactly are you hoping to learn from this here of yours?
The world wound cannot be allowed to poison all the lands of Galarian. The spirits of Socorus know this better even than you and I. They may know how to heal it. And if not, then perhaps they will know how to eradicate it quickly and painlessly. We're fighting against demons. It is a just cause. But imagine we win and the demons vanish for good. Do you think the world wound will vanish along with them? That it's something we can defeat with weapons? That it won't burst open again at some point in the future like an old festering abscess? I am thinking of the future of these lands, of how to heal them and restore them. Would you not agree that a few crusaders' lives is a price worth paying?
Yeah, so we got her motive for doing this. She had a chance to defend herself. And basically what we got from it is she's trying to restore the sanity of the spirit she caught and trying to learn how to heal the world wound and thinks that killing our crusaders is worth the knowledge. Of course, she doesn't know this for sure. She's just guessing. She doesn't even know her method will work or how many more people have to die. She claims she knows, but there's no way to know for sure that she's known. Even if she does, this is no way to do that. This is no way to do it. Innocent people are dying just to restore a spirit's sanity so we can possibly learn how to restore the world wound, which, again, do we even... We don't even know for sure she knows anything about that. So what I believe want to do here, and what any good character should do here, is label Camellia as evil and take her out. Because this is not an acceptable sacrifice.
You wish to kill me? Do your worst, Commander.
She really does want to kill me. It's like, yeah, look at that. Her expression shifts in an instant when I going on the offense. And she's excited about this.
The world is full of...
They
choose
the last
to
one
stand
for
against
me.
me.
Manishrim Sukino.
I didn't really give her much, so. And she's
No
done.
time for idling.
Yeah, I didn't give her much. If you choose this method, she ceases to be your companion. In my other save file, when I first learned about this, I was actually using her as a main up till this point. It's a good thing I didn't have to rely on her too much, because after I did this, I had to change my party dynamic. I respect Lon so he could do trickery, so I could have him disarm traps. And I had to get another frontline character, so I chose Sosiel, the cleric. I actually even replaced Camellia because I was using her a lot with the Sokoran guy from the DLC, because he transformed into a Griffin and he's pretty cool. Not to mention I can use Ember to give him mage armor. I mean, that being said, I could still use Camellia if I wanted to. But I probably won't. I want to diversify my team a bit. Might be, and that's a good way to do it. I mean, Camellia was pretty good. She had some good abilities. But still, killing people. I wonder how much worse she'll end up getting. Hang on, I need to read all this. Well, Commander, have you solved the problem? First, tell me honestly, what exactly do you know about this crime? Crime? What crime? Listen, Commander, I was just using my brain. Following certain individuals, listening to what people were saying on the street, I had my suspicions. But what are suspicions worth? On their own, nothing. I didn't have any proof. I'm not Erebeth. I'm not going to go digging for the truth. Because if I dug deep enough, the Knight Commander would be down a companion. Smack bang in the middle of a war. How would that help anything? I'm not going to be the one to sculpture this crusade, so I'll be keeping my mouth shut. You know you're supposed to be a spy, and you're basically admitting you're not that great of a spy if you're worried about getting killed that easily to Chimera. I trust that you'll handle this in whatever way is best for the crusade. If you want to tell everything, go ahead. It's your call. Problem's been solved. That's all I need to know. Thanks, Commander.
A simple smile goes a long way.
Now, yeah, I could have decided to go along with it, but wouldn't have seen something a good character would do. I mean, if someone's killing off your soldiers just for satisfying the hunger of a spirit, then it's just way out of character for a good character to go, yeah, you can continue doing that. Or to allow it to happen consequence free. Especially with someone as arrogant as Camilla. If she thinks she can get away with that, she probably might do even more stuff like that. So we had to let her know that there's a line, and she crossed it. But enough about that. Let's go over to Horgus Grin. He's our father, after all. Let's see what he has to say about this. I heard that Camellia is gone. Yeah, he's not happy about this, but I understand, and I don't blame you. Camellia has been walking on a knife's edge for a long time. She has no one to blame but herself, but tonight, I shall get tremendously drunk. Please leave me, Knight Commander. Well, Miss... you may be an arrogant nobleman, but you at least understand what she did with killing all those people was unacceptable, so I'll give you that. If he didn't have those morals, he could have tried to plot behind my back and get revenge, though maybe he'll do that, maybe not. Because you know some people will defend their family even if they know they're in the wrong. Or they may believe that they're not in the wrong, and they may be just as screwed up. But that quest line is done. We won't be hearing any more from Camellia anymore. Yeah, morality seems pretty simple. Following it's the hard part. Or at least it can be at times. I mean, a lot of times it's easy to do. It can be easy to do the right thing. One good turn does even beneficial with one good turn deserving another. There's times that doing the right thing isn't easy. Because it could get you hurt or killed. Alright. Now for the second companion quest.
Friendship lasts forever.
I'm in the wrong area. Yeah, the wayward is for Amber, but I have to wait for that. The Imposter. Now, I actually met up with, well, hang on, it says here, the last thing Sullivan would like to see is his brother Trevor wearing Hell Knight armor. As usual, fate has played a cruel joke on him. A man enters the city wearing black armor and calling himself Trevor Vennick. But he is not Solo's brother. What really happened to Trevor? The liar will help uncover the truth. Yeah. He was brought forth to us in the war room, and we ended up putting him in prison.
My sharp nails instead.
And now we need to interrogate him to figure out the truth. Also, going back to the Camellia fight, when I first fought her, I had her much more better equipped, so the fight was a bit harder. Not too much. I was very powerful, even more so than she was. All right, now let's interrogate the imposter. Yeah, it looks like the inner rage of Sosiel that we saw in his first companion quest is coming out again. To refresh your memory, we encountered a necromancer who his church cared for, and then he stabbed him in the back, killing some of their members and raising the dead and all that. And I think he was a cultist, and that got him so angry that he just literally beat him within an inch of his life. But let's see what's going on here. Who are you? What do you know about my brother? Speak, speak, you scum. A brother, huh? Yeah, you do look like him. Come on, holy man, give me a dozen lashes. The blood drains from his face. His fingers unclench and he recoils away from the bars. Sosiel, what's wrong with you? It's like a bad dream or an evil fae joke. Please help me make sense of this before I lose my mind. We've got it all written down, but it's above our ranks to know our lineage. Yavadar is the god of cities, laws, merchants, and wealth. Basically a lawful god who likes civilizations. How are you connected to the Hell Knights? What's my connection? I served them. Well, used to. I was a soldier in the Order of the Nail. Explorer chapter, damn them all. Then I ran away from them. I wasn't cut out to serve like that. I wasn't a knight, not even a squire, just infantry. I got sick of getting my back whipped, so I had an idea. I hid the armor at night, and when I got the chance, I just ran. Apparently, there's a pretty, what do I want to say, a pretty strict hierarchy in the Hell Knights. It looks like this guy was at the bottom and got tired of it. Tell me about the Expenditure Chapel. What's there to talk about? They're scum, just like the rest of the black-clad brutes. What was our captain thinking when he got us hired by them? Maybe he hoped they'd knight him, or maybe he just wanted money. They have deep pockets. The Order of the Nail, Expeditionary Chapters, they mostly hunt monsters, you know. Dragons, other beasts, study them, stuff them. They didn't tell me what they were doing in the Whirlwind. Maybe they decided to hunt some distorted beast who grew tentacles and horns because of the demonic scourge. Then, you know, turned into freaks. They do pay well, but they make you work for every coin. If you do anything they don't like, they beat you with a stick or a whip. They don't pity people at all, even their own, not to mention us. In the years I served them, the unit shrank by half, so I ran away. I wanted to live too much. Yeah, I'll say. Heck, when we first fought them, they killed wounded people because they're too much of a burden. Actually, one of our companions was responsible for that. I think about him, kind of wonder why he didn't just say screw it. and tell him to piss off at that point. Still allow him to join, though. May have been a mistake, but hey. How do you know the name Trevor Vanek? I was his valet for a year. Polished his black armor, tightened his straps. I was a drudge all in all. He's evil, that Trevor. A devil of a man. He had me punished so many times. A whip for every slip. That's what he'd always say. A whip for every slip. You're lying. You're lying, scum. I'll show you. Yeah, you're his brother, alright. I even used to bare his teeth like you do. He even used to bare his teeth like you do. You scum, he said. If your ears don't work, let's see if your back gets the message. That's not true. It can't be. Seems like anger runs in the family. But hey, even holy clerics aren't perfect. Where were you going when Asperia caught you? Wouldn't you like to know? I thought where? Maybe to the river kingdoms? Maybe to Vashir? I don't care as long as I get away from demons and demon fighters. Where is Trevor now? With the other knights of the pike. I hope they whipped him good for losing his armor. What cleric? Haven't you seen your brother in a long time? Give me the map. I'll show you where their camp was when I escaped. They probably haven't gone far. I don't want to believe that Trevor became a Hell Knight. Please, we need to go there and find out ourselves. Let's go, Sosiel. He's not going anywhere. Sure, go on. Good luck getting there. Yeah. At least he's good at looking at the bright side. At least he gets fed there. Well, let's go see what this camp has to offer. I'll have to change my team, though. Question is, who am I going to bench? I was thinking I could probably do either my Paladin or Darien. Since I'm going to use him, I need to level him up. He needs 3 levels.
The world is full of wonder.
I'll go ahead and give him mythic toughness. He's a frontline cleric, so he definitely needs the durability.
No time for idling.
I'll go ahead and do power attack. Kind of want to do Constitution. I really don't want him to die. know what I can do. This one's a good one for extra debuffing when I hit.
Friendship
Attack.
lasts forever. Adventures are exciting. A simple smile goes a long way.
Yeah, I use that armor. I'll actually go ahead and do that. That'll probably be more useful to him anyway. Go ahead and get that. That's much more powerful. Don't really use touch attacks with him. Strength and Constitution. That sounds like a good idea. Can I even use the Guardian Axe they're talking about? Doesn't look like I have it. Either that or he's unable to use it. But that's okay. Voice of the Howl's alright.
The world is full
Yeah,
of wonder.
that's good. Pretty sure I have some companions. I think one of them on death's door. So I'll come in here and heal. Though I'll probably have to go through some stuff first. Some war room stuff. Oh yeah, this is the part where I upgrade my cavalry. Commander, we managed to defeat Karamazdia's host. I can't pronounce that. The remnant of his army has retreated to lick their wounds, and we must use this opportunity to go on the offensive. But right now, our army is not fully prepared to begin such an expansion. The farther we advance in enemy territory, the more we'll need strong and mobile cavalry. I propose we replenish our forces with light cavalrymen. Mendudel could offer us plenty. There are many lone paladins on Gorham, like me, who travel to help the needy. Shall we call them to our aid? Cavalry is a crucial element of the army, one that's difficult to replace. Madurian knights often sacrifice their defense in favor of offensive power, and it's time to put an end to this wastefulness. All riders must be encased in heavy cuirassier armor so as to avoid unnecessary losses. This guy kind of thinks like me. Well, minus the heartless cruelty of killing the injured, but I'm talking about my tactics. I like making my frontline melee fighters hard to kill and tanky, while making my range characters do a lot of damage. That seems to be his whole thing. When we did the infantry, he wanted to make shield warriors, which were very durable frontline fighters. When we did the archers, he wanted to make very strong archers, the marksmen, which are actually really good. So that was good advice on his end. And now he wants to make tanky cavalry. I'm not going to bother doing the want to hear the opinions. All this choice really affects is what cavalry you get. I did paladins last time, so I don't think I'll do paladins this time. I like to change it up. That's why when I did the companions, I did the champions, which is Selia's idea. Though I didn't change up the archers because the marksmen were too good. What are wolf riders? They have good armor class. 25, that's really good. 9 to 4. What does battering ram attack do? Well, they have lower armor class, but a lot more hit points. 7 to 14. Yeah, the paladins also have access to healing abilities. I don't know, the wolf riders sound pretty cool. Yeah, but these guys are definitely tankier. They may not have as high of armor class as the wolf riders, but they have a lot more hit points and they have damage reduction 3. I'm going to do the Coursiers. They will become excellent tools for crafting our victory. I didn't choose the more durable option with the shield warriors and go with champions, so I'll make up for that by making the cavalry super tanky. I do like the wolf riders though. It was between that one and the wolf riders. With that, this meeting of the military council is adjourned. I will brief the officers on the expected reinforcements immediately and see to it that our available stables are expanded and properly refitted. Here, let me see them. See what they look like. So yeah, we finally got our cavalry upgraded. Okay, we got some angels to join us. That's good. I don't know. I may be able to take on what's in here, but that won't be an easy fight. I needed to take this fortress here in order to get there. You also have some water elementals over here. Yeah, that's where I'm gonna go. I'll definitely take down those water elementals and get what's over there. Not sure about this area. There they are. I get 8 a week. Cool, I can get more shield bearers. Got 21 there. 133 champions here. I got 56 marksmen. See what these guys can do. It probably won't be the main backbone, but I feel like they can be good. Maybe I'll need to increase their numbers more. Anyway, I actually need to get the stuff over here. That'll be my plan. I might wait until the week's over and I can recruit more, buff up my army a bit, and then go on the offensive. usually have two main generals. The third one's probably just a backup. No, not probably, is just a backup. You get a lot of different types of units, so it's definitely beneficial for you to have multiple generals. I need to. I'm gonna need to rest, so I can remove Death's Door from one of my companions because I know he has it. Then we resume the companion quest line. Guess I can't tell her. Yeah, I can give the Solemn Hour back. I'm not going to do that, though. Not for a while. I wouldn't recommend you do it either, because it's a really good longsword for Celia, your paladin. And it can help you get through the missions here. You probably should consider giving it back to her before the end, or it'll be too late to do it. But until up to that point, you should just keep it and use it until we find something better. But I mean, there might be some that rival it, but I don't think I have one at this point. Get a blur. Yeah, that's fine. Scorching Ray's good. Has a week passed yet? Can I get more soldiers? Or do I have to wait a bit longer? Yeah, let's keep building that army up. This one's good. Buy a cloak, support the crusade. So if I do that, I get more financial points by 20. But I also have the option to make these fake fake relics real. I'm thinking about punishing them so I can get my leadership buff bonus up. I want to do this too. But yeah, screw it. Let's do this. Do I want a club or a flail? Does it even matter? Let me look this up real quick. I'll go with the club. I did not mean to get out of that. I don't feel like loading into that again and making you wait, so back with it. Because this load screen does take a bit of time. I'm playing on the PS4, so it's not as quick as the PS5. Though I'm going to try to get a PS5 sometime next year. Probably mid to late. Having a bit of money trouble right now. So alright, I was waiting for it to load and I was watching some shorts. Let's resume.
No time for idling.
I guess for this mission I'll temporarily bench her. Like to keep it even. 3 melee, 3 ranged. Then again, you don't do much in the range. Actually, no. I'll uneven it. I'll not bench Darian here. He's the one I was using instead of Ember. Like I said, I like to diversify my team, use characters I haven't used. I was originally planning on using Wolfjick, but I decided that I wanted to use Greybore instead.
Every Crusader Kings 3 player.
As we're going down here, in order to get to the heart of mystery, I have to liberate that fort. Nope, still can't recruit anyone. Go ahead and quick save in case things go south. I'm gonna take on the water elementals down here. Should get some more energy when I take that area out. I'm not sure if I'll do the other one. Those, what are they called? A dragon-like enemy is very strong. And unfortunately with this, if you get into a bad fight that you can't win, you could potentially lose your army you worked hard to build for. Because retreating will get rid of a whole bunch of your soldiers and lower your fighting capabilities dramatically. Or if you manage to stay until you get wiped out, you'll have to rebuild that army from scratch. So losing is very disastrous in this game. So it's always good to make sure you're able to win and your army's well prepared for the danger. Shoot, I did not mean to do that. Oh well. Stay in formation, let them come to us. Alright, one down, 3 more to go. Like I said, just stay in formation. We move, our back will be vulnerable.
Hey.